YouTube friends, this is a message from me on Twitch. If you watched the bottoms on Sunday, I am so sorry. I was just extremely exhausted, so I couldn't even talk about the dang concert. Oh wait, hold on. This is too fast. There we go. 2 times is better. Alright. So, this last weekend, I went to the Phantom Thief concert. It was with Doki Bird, Mint Fantôme, and it was a really fantastic concert. And let me see, because I had my tab up with the actual concert, but if I move tabs now, it's gonna mute everything. But give me a second, because I remember the names. I just want to make sure I get their names right. Okay, actually, here we go. I have the reference. Twitter, because I remember Twitter made a post when people were getting the light sticks, and they had the code, rather what colors all the performers are going to use. Come on, where's my Twitter? My X. Twitter images. I had it. It's already scuffed. It's so over, man. Okay. Okay, so the main act was Mint Fantôme and Doki Bird, of course. But the opening act was with PFP UFO, Juna. So no, Phoebe. I'm gonna go in order. It's PFP UFO, Phoebe, Juna Unagi, and then they had the main act with Fantôme and Doki Bird, and then Doobie showed up as well. Sorry, Doobie 3D. That's the whole name. He showed up, and that was great. But now let me go into the actual order of things. You don't need to know about my journey there. It was just a good 4 or 5 hour long drive through the south. It was pretty good. Didn't have bad weather. It was actually a pretty comfy drive. Of course, going to Atlanta is always crazy because it's an older city, so the roads are a lot more narrow. It's it's pretty rough, but once I got to where I needed to go, it wasn't that bad. And luckily, I came in at a pretty decent time. It's kind of when rush hour was already starting to go on, but luckily I just had to get to the parking garage. But anyways, after I got there, I met up with my cousin, who was the reason pretty much I ended up going. Because I told him about it, maybe like, it was around Thanksgiving. I talked to him about it, because I had forgotten about it. Because a friend showed me the ad for it, and I was like, I don't know. You know, things happen. I don't know if I'll have time. I don't know what's going to happen. And if I go, it's probably going to be just me. So I don't really want to go if it's just me. So I feel weird if I just go to like a concert or something like that by myself. But I get really self-conscious about it. But then I told my cousin about it, and then he was like, oh, this is happening. So we talked about it. We're like, all right, well, you know, we'll sleep on it for like a week. See, you know, how the schedules go. And see, you know, how we're feeling about it, how we're vibing about it. And literally, I think it was like the week. It was last week? No, it was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, because like right after Thanksgiving, pretty much, we were just like, you know what? You know, screw it, we ball. Let's do this. Let's go. He just basically was like, hey, are you still down? I was like, yep, let's do it. Because I figured, like, okay, it's rare enough that they do these kind of concerts in my general region of the country, like in the southeast. Those are really pretty rare. It was also cool too that I was doing the concert too the next morning, but I couldn't go to that one because I had other obligations that morning, or otherwise I would have stayed for that. But just, it was one of those things where, okay, it was Doki first concert. It was in Atlanta, so it was in the southeast. An area where we don't really get that kind of stuff. Or rather, we don't get those kind of events. So we figured pretty much that this would be the perfect opportunity to really give our support. And, you know, if a lot of people show up, then it's going to show to not just independent YouTubers or streamers, but, you know, the more corporate ones. It'll know that, hey, you know, there is an audience down here that would really love to have them. And I would greatly... Give me a second here, let me pull up my tab of the stream. Not the stream, the... Sorry, reading the video for a second. Okay, let me... Somebody was nice enough to put the whole song list. There we go. Okay. We're back. Oh, wait. Shoot, my chat. My chat. My chat's gone. There we go. It's just... Oh, my OBS. No, I want to see my chat. Chat. My chat window. Okay. There, that should be good enough. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Actually, wait, hold on. Can I move this up? There we go. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so. Let me see. Let me do this mission real quick here. What's the level 5 one? Not the level 34. What's the highest level? 38? You know, I might be able to actually do all these, but I'll just do it to here. Where was I? Concert. Oh yeah, okay. Because no, I figured, you know, since it was Doki Bird's first concert and it was in, you know, an area that's not really, you know, famous for having like anime themed. Well, I mean, AWA is pretty you know, it's pretty well known, but it's not, you know, it's no LAX or, you know, not exactly New York or Los Angeles level big. But by doing events like this down here, hopefully it sends a good sign, because there was a damn good turnout at that concert. Like, holy crap, there were so many people in the pit. Because they had 2 tickets. They had one that was like you're in the pit, and the other one was you got to be in the balconies. My cousin and I, we were in the pit, and oh my god, the energy, and there was so many people. It was fantastic, and I don't even like crowds. But I was just so happy that there was so many people there. Because again, it showed that there is a community. There's a lot of people that want to. You have an audience here that's willing to make the trip, that's willing to come here. So I'm hoping that's a good. Between that and the HoloLive concert they had the next day, that I've seen clips of it, and it looked pretty good too. It looked really good. So I'm hoping that gives them a sign saying, hey, you know, you got a lot of people here who would love to come and are willing to see these events. You know, so keep doing it. Especially down here. Give us some love too. So it was very encouraging. So yeah, I met up with my cousin. We went to the, we just waited outside because we managed to get there like about an hour or so early for the concert. So when we got to wait in line, we weren't too far back. So when we got in, we were able to hit up the merch line like first thing, because I learned my lesson. Because last time I went to the Near concert, I was over at the Box Theater, also in Atlanta. I didn't hit the merch until after the concert, which by then a lot of the stuff had already sold out. So, and the lines were long, so it was, you know, because people were trying to get stuff like last minute. So that was unfortunate. But I learned my lesson from that. So the first thing I did was hit up the merch. I ended up getting the pen light, which was a really cool pen light actually, because I have another one from another concert I went to, but most pen lights that they have at the concerts, they don't, they change automatically. They're just like one color, you know, at a time kind of deal, and it's just whatever the, you know, whatever settings they had at the concert, they'll change the colors for it. But this one, it has a whole button and a whole bunch of like different options you could choose. It had like 7 or 8 different colors. It's insane. So I got myself one of those, although I'm never probably gonna use it again because it's that special. It's just a nice little display piece I have, but I would not want to take it anywhere else because I like it a lot and I don't want to damage it. So I got that. I got a keychain, very adorable keychain. It's looks like a cassette, and it has a Doki Bird and Mint on it. And I believe on the other side of it, it has one of the Dragoons and a couple of Wisps in there too. So that was really cute. I love it. Then I got myself a shirt and a concert shirt and a tote bag, so I can carry it all in there. And it was great because I didn't want to be too obvious when I was over in Atlanta, so I had like a striped biker shirt. It's like, you know, it's like all black, and it had like the pinstripes, and it had like a flaming skull and all that stuff. It was all edgy, but I like that. I like that overshirt. I had that, but underneath it, I had my Pippa shirt. So, which a lot of people complimented on. A lot of people like the Pippa shirt. So I was happy to see a lot of Kapipis or Pakistanis or Capitalists, whatever they. There's so many different names. It's hard to tell which one. I want to say it's Kapipis. I think that's the official name. But the yeah, I was able to get all that already, and I was just happy to, you know, see a bunch of people that work at PPs and stuff like that and be like, hey, I like your shirt. But there was one guy, oh man, there was a guy who had the Pippa racing jacket, which, oh man, it's so cool. But whenever I try to see it, it's always sold out because it's that good. And there was another guy who had the Iron Mouse cardigan that was actually really nice looking. It looked so comfortable too. But I didn't have that. Besides that though, you know, the venue was nice. The Tabernacle is a very nice venue. And I got myself a drink. It was a little bit expensive, but I mean, it's booze at a concert. It's bound to be a little bit pricey. But they gave me a shaker cup that I got to keep. So I have like that's another souvenir I have from the event. It was a cherry bourbon lemonade. It was really good. And they didn't skimp out on the booze either, because a lot of those bars and stuff, they'll give you like, you know, they'll fill it like mostly ice and you get like maybe 2 fingers or 3 fingers of bourbon, but they filled up literally half of my drink with the bourbon. Literally, I was watching them. It was half the damn thing, and I'm like, I have to drive home tonight. I have like a 5-hour drive home after this. This is gonna suck, but it's okay. I like bourbon a lot, so I'm used to it. And that was really all I drank, so it's not like I was rock starring it up. I was responsible and safe, and if I knew that if I was exhausted, I would actually pull over. And I did have moments on the drive back where I pulled over and stuff like that to just relax. But yeah, no, the venue was nice. The merch area was nice, because when we got in, we were like, there's maybe like 2 or 3 snakes worth. Like, the line was not that long when we got it. But when we were walking back after we got our merch, the line had like quadrupled or quintupled. So yeah, we went in at a perfect time for that. And then yeah, then we started watching the concert. The concert started around 8ish. It was a good 3 minutes after, because it was, you know, technical stuff, which, to be, you know, to be fair, there was a lot of, like, insane prep work they had to do, especially, like, trying to do a concert when none of the performers are really physically there. That is powerful, because they had to synchronize, you know, with their stuff and the concert stuff, so it's you know, the back end of it must have been insane to get that done. So Oshi Spark, I think that was the name? Yeah, Oshi Spark, they were the name of the people, or the organization that hosted the event. They did a damn good job getting the concert set up. But anyways, the first act was PFP, UFO. She was hilarious. Her first bit was, she thought it was like, she was, you know, making joke, be like, oh, look, I'm here for like a wedding. So she started playing the wedding music and saying, oh, we're here to, you know, to meet these two families and these two lovely, beloved people. And she's like, oh, wait a second, this isn't a wedding. And everyone's like, wait a second, what? I don't know we're at a wedding. And then she started, you know, doing her thing. She did about 4 songs. I'll just go through the track list that she did. She did New Genesis by Ado. This one was probably the biggest one that she did. I want to say was the Bling Bang Bang Boom. Oh, sorry. Bling Bang Bang Born by Creepy Nuts. That one, oh my god. The crowd went so ham for that song. I mean, it's a very popular song. You know, it's the "Who the best, I'm the best, oh yeah." So you get the whole crowd of, like, everyone in the pit was just screaming that, and oh my god, dude. The energy, the hype level had gone to the roof. But yeah, so yeah, she was really good at hyping the crowd up. Really good opening act. The next one she did was Hot to Go, which that one was fantastic too. A lot of the songs that they played I actually had never heard before. So it was nice to actually get a lot of exposure to stuff, because I hadn't really kept much in track with a lot of, you know, Japanese music or anime music. I hadn't really been keeping up with that for years. Because after I moved back from Japan, I was just like, this is a part of my life, that ain't me no more. But I'm glad to have given it a chance again, and I've been enjoying it so much, and just relearning so many things, and just seeing how much it's changed. It's been incredible. Especially because, like, you know, I used to work with, like, convention stuff before, and this is, like, before the pandemic and all that stuff, like, way back when, and, you know, the community, you know, the anime fanbase was growing. VTubers weren't a thing yet then, because, I mean, Keys 9 and Hololive weren't really things until, like, 2017, 2018, or later than that. So, I know Keys 9 was, like, 2017. Hololive was, like, you know, 2018, 2019, or something like that. It was a bit later. But the point is, the community was growing, right? It was still, you know, it was just growing. And then, you know, the pandemic happened, and that caused a lot of, you know, a lot of public events for everyone, not just the anime fan base or VTuber fans or all that, but all sorts of people. A lot of events got canceled, a lot of public stuff had to go under or just not happen, because that's just how it was. So that killed a lot of the momentum that had been building up all those years. But the last, like, year or two, you know, when stuff started settling down, people started going out more again, and public events started being more common again, which we're still recovering from that. It was incredible seeing so many people at the concert and just seeing, like, how much support there was. It was actually astounding, and it felt like it was like a comeback, like a "we're so back" moment. And I feel like that's, you know, that's a good energy that we need, especially in this year, like, especially near the end of this year, where it's been one hell of a year. Having, like, that moment Or, you know, having those moments of just, this is awesome. Or, you know, this is such a good, wholesome, positive moment. It's so refreshing to have. Yeah, sorry. Ugh, I digress. I was just so excited and happy about all that had gone down, just seeing all the energy again. Let's see. So after Hot to Go, she also sang God Knows from, you know, the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, which that's certified hood classic. Always certified hood classic. Just you can't go wrong with that. Absolute banger. And then yeah, let's put them here. Okay. Alright, and then Phoebe started performing, and Phoebe was actually really interesting, because the way she presents herself is like as a 2.5 VTuber idol. Sorry, 2.5 idol. So she's very interesting because she does a mix of both VTubing and IRL performances. Now for this performance, she was not IRL. I think she's gonna be IRL. Like, she'll be performing in person for Holiday Matsuri next weekend. I'm not 100% on this, don't quote me on that. But I mean, based on some of the promotional stuff, it looked like she was, but I'm not 100%. But yeah, she does a lot of VTubing performances, concerts, as well as IRL. So that's pretty neat. And she had a really good set of lungs. Oh my god. Sorry, going back to PFP real quick. My god, that woman has lungs, because she was able to do, you know, all the Japanese rap, which is hard as hell. Like, normal rap's hard, let alone Japanese rap, and she was just going off. She was just bars, you know, bars after bars. For the Bing Bang Bang Born. Oh my god, dude. But now going back to Phoebe, speaking of really good lungs, she sang Snow Halation, which is absolutely perfect for the season. It's almost Christmas, so perfect. She had to sing that. The next one threw me off a lot. It was Feliz Bottom Jeans, which it's the song Low. Rather, the song in the Apple Bottom Jeans. It's like, you know, the Apple Bottom Jeans, boots with the fur, the whole club's looking at her. No, she hit the floor, next thing you know, shorty got low. But yeah, she sang that. But it was to the tune of Feliz Navidad. So it goes more like, what is it? The apple bottom jeans, the boots with the fur. Next thing you know, the whole damn club's looking at her. Just like, you know, like that. I butchered that, but it was that kind of rhythm to it, and she made it work. She made it work. But I remember the first, like, because I had no idea what the set list was gonna be. I had no idea. I don't think they even announced what the set list was gonna be. I just had no clue. I didn't even think about it. Oh wait, what's this? What? Oh, my collections. Like, I had no idea what they were gonna sing, so everything was gonna be a total surprise for me. Which that was that was a massive surprise. So her singing Feliz Bottom Jeans, that was fantastic. And then she sang an original song that she had. That was Your Harmony, which the YouTube Bros on Sunday, I said it was My Harmony. That was one of those things where I was exhausted, so I butchered that song name. It's Your Harmony. It was really good, really well done piece, really moving. And then after her, it was Juna Unagi, which she was also very, very impressive. And she sings a lot more, it's a lot deeper. She has a much deeper, mature voice. And that was, whew, that was powerful, strong. So let's do. I'll go more into Juno Nagi in just a second here. Let me do these side bits. Yeah, look how much currency I got, and I've still got more to go. I'm gonna keep moving. Oh, I got rewards. Oh, I should say those tickets. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that real quick. Give me just a second here. Let me get these guys set up, and then I'll. Okay. I got like 13 minutes, so that's enough time to finish yapping about the concert. So Juno Nagi, right? She did Vampire, which Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo, which that was really, really good. That went pretty hard. The next one she did was Golden Shower, which I imagine some of the staff of the Tabernacle were just looking like, what? Huh? Even I was like, huh? When I heard the lyrics. That was really hilarious, though. Fantastic. And then she did an English cover, she sang the English cover of Brain. And then the other song was, the last song she did was an original called Pull the Trigger. That one was really, really good. Really fantastic original piece. So yeah, Juno, really good. Highly recommend checking her out. Hell, I recommend checking out Phoebe and PFP as well. Of course, they were all three of them were so good. They were a really good and solid trio for an opening act, and they really knew how to get the crowd pumped up and going. So next, after that, we had actual Doki and Mint showing up, which that was, you know, the crowd went wild. And Doki, you've probably seen the clips already on YouTube, but we're on X. But her intro is just her playing Marvel Rivals, and Mint being like, "What the hell are you doing? We got a gig. You gotta stop playing. Get off your addiction. What are you doing?" And Doki just be like, "No, let me finish this. I got this. I can do this. Let me finish this game." And after after the game ended, everyone's like, one more game. So yeah, that was a good bit. Oh, I was so thirsty. Alright, then after that, that's when they started singing. So together they sang Good Is Yeah. And then Mint, she did a solo of a Dreamin' Passport. Which Dreamin' Passport is the theme song for Made to Dream. It's a very popular maid cafe chain in Japan, and I know this because I've been in one. In fact, my first maid cafe was a Maid Dreaming. So when she started singing it, I immediately got like flashbacks. And I'm like, oh my god, I got sent back to like 10 years ago when I lived over there. Oh, the first time I went to Maid Cafe, first time I went to a Japanese Maid Cafe, and my mind was just like, whoa, no way. And yeah, it was a good trip down memory lane. She was really good. The next was Doki, and she's saying, I'm probably gonna butcher this. Sorry, Chinese viewers. But it's a Jue Mao Jiao. I want to say that's how it's pronounced. That was actually really good. I think it was like the cat song. I want to say that one was really cute, really good song. And then Mick went back to sing Triangle Dreamer, which that one's also really good. And then she sang. Okay, the next was probably one of her bigger hype pieces, I think, from this concert was Break Stuff. So, popular Limp Bizkit song. The whole concert hall just turns red, and the whole crowd just starts going bonkers. There was a small mosh pit that was going on there. I wasn't part of that mosh pit, but I saw the footage of it later. Which that was crazy. So I was near the back, but I was like towards the right side from the back, while the mosh pit was more towards the left. It was far away enough from me that I wouldn't be in it. But it was funny that there was a mosh pit at a VTuber concert. If you went to me at any time in my life, let alone last year, and say, hey, you're gonna go to a concert, you're gonna go to a VTuber concert where they're playing Limp Bizkit and there's gonna be mosh pits, I would have laughed at you and told you, yeah, right, buddy. Like, that ain't happening. There's no way, bro. Lo and behold, it happened. So, I was wrong. And like when she got to like the chorus, you know, when she got to like, now give me something to break, and the whole crowd was just like going just ape shit. They're going ballistic, and it was so powerful. It was so strong. And then next they did. This part was beautiful, by the way. Probably one of the best parts, I have to say, was when Mint and Doki both sang Last Cup of Coffee. Which, for those not in the know, back when Doki Bird had all those issues, I'm putting it lightly, and I'm trying not to get too much into drama about it, because everyone wants to move from that, and it is history at this point. But the point is, Doki Bird had wanted to do a cover of Last Cup of Coffee, and she had made the music video. She had gotten the cover, like she sang it, she funded the music video, she did everything for that production pretty much by herself. Rather, you know, without the support of her company at the time. And her company ended up just screwing her over for it. That was like kind of like one of the last straws that they had with her. They're like, nope. And they, you know, they delisted it, they privated it, they did everything they could to just make sure that video never saw the light of day. After she had put so much work into making that happen. So, and I believe from what I've heard, Mint is actually the one who got Doki, rather, who got the idea of, hey, how about we sing Last Cup of Coffee at the concert? And oh my god, it was a really cathartic moment, and just seeing them both just sing it together there, it was a really beautiful thing for them, and it is their revenge. It is her revenge. It is the FantômeThief's revenge. Being able to do that song, do this whole concert, without the support of, you know, that corporation that she used to work for, you know, who she used to work for, without having to do anything with them. And also, this is really cool too. They let people stream the concert like for free. So they let people live stream the concert, let people record the concert. So if you couldn't, you know, for a lot of people that couldn't make it, they let people record for free and stuff like that, which that was really cool of them. So I'll link one of the recordings. This is from a guy that took it from the balcony. Just a second here. I'll link it in. Let me let her do her thing. I got the link right here. This is from Krisu. I believe this guy, yeah. I believe this guy works for Oshi Spark. And he recorded it with pretty much his iPhone. Which, speaking of recording, there's people recording with a Ring doorbell. There was people recording with a freaking 3DS. There were people recording it with I'm gonna post like 3 times. There, I post 3 times. So that's the video. Oh, that's the entire concert. That's a recording of literally the entire concert. Oops, I forgot to go back to the set lists. I had to go up to like grab some of the stuff in there, the deets. But yeah, that was from Krisu. Really, you know, the recording's not the best, but I mean, I thought it was a really nice recording, and he was really cool too, because he doesn't focus on just the actual performance, but he also went to like the crowd too, because the crowd was going ham in a lot of parts. But that was really well done. It was really nice of him to let him do that. And also Luidco on X, he has a bunch of posts that are like the broadcasts of his streams of his concert. And he was in the pit, so if you want an alternate perspective, check out his Twitter. It should be like Luidco or Luid. Really cool dude. And again, like, it was nice they did that for literally, you know, anyone who couldn't make it. And then, so yes, after last cup of coffee, Doki sang Five Nights at Freddy's, which, oh my god, the choreography was insane for that. Her singing, like, she admitted she, you know, wasn't really confident in her singing, and she, you know, she didn't really do much of all that. So she was really, you know, self-conscious about it, but oh my god, her voice was so perfect for that song. It was so fitting. And it's such a good performance of it. And that's, I think that actually might have been my favorite part. Like, I'm not even a big Five Nights at Freddy's fan. I kind of thought this one and her next song that she did, like, the both of them combined, was probably the highlight for me, personally. Which, after she sang Five Nights at Freddy's by The Living Tombstone, she sang How Bad Can I Be? Which, again, I'd never seen the Lorax, I'd never even heard that song, but hearing her performance of it was so good. So, I loved it. I was so happy. And then after that, Doobie shows up, and it was her, Doki, and Mint. They all sang Sugar Song to Bittersweet and to Bitter Step. That was pretty good. And then together they also did the ham title Totoko Uta, which that was hilarious, because then the crowd rotated, right? And I was not expecting that to happen, but my cousin, he started going into the crowd, and again I swept to the front, and I was like, well, buddy system, right? So I decided to jump in too, and then we both ended up right at the front. Unfortunately, we were only at the front for the last like 4 or 5 songs, but you know, we still got to be up in the front for like a good little bit of it. That was awesome. So after that was Doki saying Yume wo Kanaete Doraemon, which that was also a banger. And then Mint sang New Romantic Sailors, which, oh my god, you know, the Wotage was, you know, the people, the crowd, the Wotage fans, you know, the Wotage bros, which are the people that go ham, you know, with the light sticks, and you know, they know all the moves and crap like that. They were going ham. The crowd was also going ham at that. Hey, it's a very good Love Live song. And then the last song they did, before the encore, of course, the last one they did was I Just Had Sex by The Lonely Island, and this was everybody. Yeah, I don't think Doobie sang it, but everyone else did. And that was a very interesting finale song. It was really funny. It was really good. And then during the encore, which that was a good bit, because like, okay, the first like 5 minutes, right, for the encore, we were like, all right, encore, understand, encore, and but nothing was happening, so we were like, you know, is it actually gonna happen? Are we actually gonna have an encore? So then we started changing it to "She hates us, she hates us, she hates us." So that good chant lasted a good hot minute, and then we they eventually showed up, and then we were like, "She loves us, she loves us, she loves us." But the encore song ended up being "Shake It," which that was a really good performance too, and that was also by Doki and Mint together. And then that was it. It was about a 2-hour long concert. It was really well done, really impressive. The tabernacle was really nice, really accommodating of all the guests. Now there was one thing Which, if you've seen the clip too, rather if you've seen the video I linked, there's a part during Juna's performance, right, where one of the people there threw their light sticks like off like their balcony. Actually, I saw it in person when it was happening. I just see these little orange lights just like fall from like the balcony or whatever. But apparently, someone had thrown like their light sticks off the balcony, and it hit somebody like in their back or whatnot. And she straight up goes like, "Hey, don't do that." Like, she's straight up in the middle of the concert. She goes, "Hey, don't do that." And yeah, I saw the posts from the guy who got hit with the light sticks, and he was fine, but he was just like, bro. And again, everyone's like, "Hey, I'm glad we all had a good time, but because you don't want to cause trouble, because then that's how we don't get allowed into places anymore. That's why we can't have nice things." So I'm hoping at least that guy realized what he, or whoever it was, realized that what he did was, not cool. I want to say they did. I like to believe in people. But besides that, I mean, it didn't hit me personally, so I had a great time. But I enjoyed it. It was a wonderful concert, really well done. I don't even really enjoy going to concerts in general, so I mean, it took a lot, from me to actually like want to go, and I enjoyed it so damn much, and I really hope they do something like that again. It's a fantastic event, and the Dragoons, the Wisps, all the fans, they were so good, so nice, and they were, we all hype each other up, and it was funny too, because my cousin, there were some people in one of the VTubers Discords that he's in. He actually managed to meet some of them there, and I even was able to find that there were some people in other Discords that I'm in that are like, "Oh yeah, we're here too." I was like, "Oh yeah, sweet," even for fans like different ones, we were able to come together here and be like, "Oh hey, we like this person too." So that was pretty cool. Now, a bunch of the Wisps and Dragoons ended up going to Waffle House after the event. I did not go to the Waffle House. I wanted to, but I didn't because I knew I still had to make the drive back. And I wanted to try to at least get a little bit of sleep, because I didn't want to pull an all-nighter again. Not that soon after my last one. So, that is what it is, but had I not had anything that Sunday, I would have partied till the sunrise or something like that. But yeah, it was a fantastic concert. Linked right there. Let me see if I can get actually Lou Wood's Twitter real quick. I'll link that too, just so y'all have both of that. Let me do that real quick. Let me be that guy. And I was actually tempted to play some of the concert footage here. Oh, poor Kiba. Her poor cat has cancer. All the best for that poor guy. So let me see. Lewood Co. Here we're at Lewood Co. Let me see if I can find the actual broadcasts link, because what I'll do, what I want to do is I want to get the actual tweet of, or the post of the broadcast, so they can have that there. Give me just a second here. Yeah, it's a whole lot of footage, a whole lot of pictures, because he also went to AWA too, so he had a lot. I designed to say Gundam Empions allowed, which that's incredible. That was so powerful. I want to say this is it. I hope this still works, but worst case, I'll link his Twitter as well, because he was so cool and he didn't have to record this. Again, none of the people that went and recorded, they didn't have to do that at all. So the fact that they did it was pretty damn cool. And I appreciate them for that. I thought about it, but I'm a short guy, so I wouldn't have gotten a good recording. So right there, I just linked the broadcast of his stream of it. It's in multiple parts, so it might be a bit wonky. And his actual Twitter post that had the broadcast link. Hopefully it still works. I don't know how long it takes for Twitter or X to delete that stuff, but that's still there for now. Whew, that was a lot of words. But again, just seeing the anime community just bounce back so hard. And just having like these really niche events just really take off. I think that's fantastic, and I really hope the best for Oshi Spark. I hope they got a lot of. Honestly, I hope they made a lot of money. I hope they made a lot of revenue, so they can be able to host more of these events. And I just hope I just hope it just keeps growing. It's awesome, and I just come from a guy who, like, I think way back when, because I didn't really watch Keys in the Eye that much when she started. It was just okay, just alright. It was just another thing. I didn't get too into it. And even like back then, like most people I liked, it was like, okay, I liked Inugami Korone. She was my favorite. She's still my favorite Hololive in general. I really just watched her and like, Gouda. Guard Gouda. Yes, I'm a chum bud, but I only really watched both of them. And even then, I didn't really catch them live all that often. It was mostly just VODs or whatnot. But I didn't really get too into any of the VTuber culture or anything, or the anime culture or any of that stuff again for like a hot minute. Only like maybe the last year or two. I want to say last year. Early last year, maybe. Yeah, it's like early last year or the year before. I started checking out Pipkin Piva and Fallen Shadow or Shando. And then that led me to a rabbit hole that I haven't recovered from. Because now I like Kaneko Lumi from Phase Connect. I like how can I forget her? Tenma Miami. I like her a lot, both from Phase Connect 2. And oops, sorry, Swami. And I like Kirsha Verstal, I like Smugalana, I like Maya. So many different VTubers out there, and like it would take me another hour to name all the ones I'm following right now. Because it's been such a good content. There's so much variety. That's awesome, because there's literally like a VTuber for literally anyone. There's so much out there. There's so much variety out there. And it's easy to find like your niche. Yeah, I was so happy for Doki Bird, Mint, and PFP, UFO, Juno, Unagi, Doobie 3D, Phoebe. I'm so happy for all of them. I'm glad they got more exposure too. Because yeah, I ended up following. I ended up checking out PFP and Phoebe and Juno right after the event. I was like, all right, let me follow them before I forget, because they were actually really, really good, and I want to hear more of their music and actually see more of their, actually see some of their content. But yeah, that's I think that's about it for the concert. Those are all my thoughts. I thought it was a really fantastic, well done event, and come from a guy who's lapsed, I guess, or had a lapse in really being into anime or VTuber subculture or any of that stuff. It has been a really fantastic time, and it was a really wonderful event, and I'm honored and really happy to have been a part of that, to have been able to go to it. And I hope anyone that wants to go to those kinds of events in the future, I highly recommend going. because it's honestly really, really worth it. It's definitely worth the. It was definitely worth the long drive back home at like midnight. I've been driving through the Georgia countryside, through the Georgia woods. Let me exit for now, and I'll go to the BRB screen. There we go. I'll just be in this pause screen for a moment here while we finish collecting our thoughts. Yeah, I highly recommend anyone to go to these events. And Hololive had their concert at AWA, which I heard that was also pretty well attended. And that's awesome. I wish I had been able to stay for that. I would have loved to have gone to that too. But that was not in the cards for me this year. Maybe next year. We'll see how now that I'm actually more into this stuff and more into, rather the curiosity in my brain has been massively piqued. I'll be able to see how things develop next year, and we'll see. We'll play it by ear. So I might go to more. I want to try to go to more events that are like not too far from me. Like I'll do maybe 4 hours, maybe. Now they did have Holiday Matsuri this weekend, which was a shame because Tenma and Tenma Miami and Dizzy Dokuro from Face Connector were having a meet and greet at Holiday Matsuri this weekend. But of course, I have a lot of stuff going on because it's near Christmas, and it's just not happening for me. So I'm gonna have to miss out on that. Hopefully next year I'll try to make some time to be able to attend that, because I would like to go to one of those meet and greets. I think that'd be really cool. Especially because I think Tenma's like this, it's like the second Face Connect that I found, and I've been subscribed to her for like over half a year now. So I feel like she'd be an awesome one to meet. I think she's freaking great. I like my Chihuahua. Yes, I know she's a fox, but she's a Chihuahua. Let's be real here. Was that Rage? She's a Chihuahua. But besides that, that was it. All I gotta say is check out the links. I'm gonna post. These are gonna be in the description for the video too on YouTube. So in case you can't you can't figure it out from the Twitch chat, because I know if you're on YouTube, you're just gonna see it on the video screen. You're not gonna actually be able to click on the link or anything like that. I'll link it in my description of the video, so you have alternate places you can go. And again, I didn't want to watch the videos on this stream. One, because of copyright stuff, so I probably flagged my video a bunch. And two, because I don't want to actually let them get the credit for the video. I want them to get the clicks, So, because they deserve it, because they didn't have to do any of this. So, I appreciate them. I appreciate you all.